What's up, 449 subs? Today we're going to discuss what AI services you can sell to businesses, how much do we charge, what are the different price tiers, what solutions you can build for each price tier, as well as who are these clients. Obviously, I'll give you the range, but we'll also discuss on what does this range depends on. I see a lot of bullshit masters right now on YouTube claiming that they make millions, billions, and trillions of dollars from their AI agency. For the most part, it's not true. I've been running my agency for a year and a half now. I share a lot of results on this channel. I am at around $5,000 to $15,000 per month currently, since it depends on the month, since I run cold emails a lot and I get referrals. It's usually 50 to 50 or 60 to 60. So this is my pure observation on the market. Maybe you'll find it helpful. Essentially, I look at charging the clients at 5 different ways. You can charge big one-time payment and small retainer, small one-time payment and medium retainer, no one-time payment and big retainer, hourly rate, or essentially consulting, or big one-time payment and big retainer. Essentially, right, the dream of every one of us. But this is actually the hardest part, and I don't think that you need to plan to sell this thing. I see the YouTubers that claim that they charge $30,000 for the client and they charge like $5,000 to $8,000 per month, which is not super realistic, or at least I have no clue how they made it work. But I would bet my money that they're just straight up lying. I forgot to mention one thing. When we are talking about making money online, you can think about it as an AI agents, AI automations, or AI software. Obviously, for the software, you can charge small subscription, big subscription, or one-time payment. I'm not a huge fan of the software, nor I launched any, so I don't have experience. That's why we're not gonna talk about this specific niche. For the AI agents and AI automations, they are like pretty similar, again, depending on the solution that you actually built. Okay, so let's discuss each one of these price tiers and see how much and when do you actually charge. Essentially, for the big one-time payment and small retainer, this is where my current agency focus on. For the one-time payment, I would say that we are talking about $2,000 to $15,000 per month, which is, again, one-time payment that the business pays you to develop the thing, and then you charge $300 to $600 per month to maintain it. As you can see here, I said 3 to 6. Let me explain why I put 15. Maybe you can charge $50,000, $30,000, but I am talking from my own experience. And the biggest one-time charge that I had was $15,000. So that's why I'm saying that this is the cap. Maybe if I would charge a client like $28,000, I would say, okay, so it's 2 to 28,000. But for the, not the beginners, but again, for the guys that know how to build these things, they know how to sell, probably, not bad. I would probably say that you need to plan for charging $3,000 to $6,000 one-time payment, either a set of automations or an voice AI agent plus like some sort of chatbot, and then you charge the monthly retainer. So let me explain UI. It's not made for you only to make money on the monthly basis. You need to charge clients monthly, since on the back end you spend for the software, you spend money on the tokens, so that you need to count it all into how much you're going to charge. Again, depending on the solution. So let's say if one business receives 100 inquiries per day, so 100 people will talk to the bot, or bot will process 100 inquiries and analyze them and do something with them. Obviously, there are more talkings involved if compared to, let's say, a business that receives 2 to 3 inquiries per day. So this is the things that you can actually expect. I have multiple videos on this channel where I go over the similar solution that we built for our clients. Obviously, I do not like show you exactly the chatbots or like the agents or the automations, but I give you the principles and I give you the wireframe that you can use. I share the templates for free in my resource hub. By the way, it's first link in the description. You can just go and download all of templates that I have for free. You can go watch, like, let's say this is AI for wholesalers. Essentially, we are focusing a lot on the wholesalers and manufacturers. That's why this is kind of a similar solution that we built. Again, it depends on the softwares that they use, on the backend that they use, and the client and how their clients interact with their business. But like, I am giving you the overview on how this solution might look. This is another video where I built like 7,000, and this is like the actual thing. And I am planning to record another video on this topic about this specific bot, because it's very interesting one where I input the recommendation system into the Voiceflow that analyze the user input and preferences and output the actual result of the furniture that fit the specific user. And I'm probably recording this another video on this specific bot this week. Again, you can go watch the videos, but essentially most of the videos on this channel are based on this specific price tier, based on the solutions that we build for our clients, since again, I talk only what I know. The clients that we build these things for are wholesalers, manufacturers, insurance agencies, distribution, like companies and retail. Again, there are probably a few more, but these are kind of old school businesses which are not tech savvy and receive a lot of inquiries, and the inquiries usually complex. Either it's, again, a chatbot, either it's a phone call with an existing customer that want to get information about their account, or it's just an email of the, or I already said the email. Anyway, so like either email, phone, or a request inside their account. Because usually, let's say wholesalers have an account for their clients that they can log in and order the products. So they want to have, let's say, a chatbot connected to the website, but it can be only accessed by the clients that are already logged in to their system inside to their portal inside their website. Okay, so this is the first and the main price tier for us and for my agency. We have small one-time payment and medium retainer. Again, this is kind of an alternative to this, and I did charge a few clients. As you can see, these are kind of the solutions that you can build as either an AI voice things, since again, there's a lot of talk about voice AI assistants right now. They're on hype, but I do believe that you need to have a very specific use case to actually sell them, because they are accurate, but the problem is with delay. So not all of the customers want to talk to the robot still. Maybe in a year when the delay will be like 200 milliseconds, maybe, but not for right now. So you do actually need to have a very specific solution, or let's say it's a corporate wiki. So usually these clients, like in HVAC clinics, professional services, roof and solar cleaning, and 100 more, these are the service-based businesses, right? You can like call this, again, like insurance here is the service-based business, but what I found is that insurance agencies tend to pay more since the inquiries that they receive are pretty complex, so they require more complex solutions. For these guys, the requests are usually simple. It's a service request, it's a availability request. So you usually, charge less one time for the setup, let's say from $500 to $2,000, and then you charge monthly. You charge more monthly. Let me explain you why. Because again, they usually have like different services, and usually you need to handle some inquiries manually. So let's say when the bot is not able to provide a response, so you need to talk to the company and understand, okay, so what do you guys want to do? So when the bot is not able to handle the request, so do you want to transfer the lead automatically to their agents, which is not ideal, what I found. So for example, the company just want, let's say if it's a HVAC company that receive a lot of inquiries from their website, so you connect a chatbot as well as the voice assistant to their website, and when the customer calls, the goal is to provide to nurture and qualify the leads and provide the general information about the lead, capture the details from the lead, and send it to the sales team. So when the user is not able to get or provide all the information to the AI. Instead of transferring this human to their team, we handle it ourselves. Yes, it takes time, and I have again a few management guys that are managing like the current clients that we have, but essentially usually we get like a few a day for, let's say, one business, for the customers that are not satisfied with the experience of the AI, and we hop on the conversation with them, try to get all the details, and then manually transfer, not manually, we trigger the automation from our dashboard and send this information to their sales team. Because again, we want to provide the best experience for the business, for the client. So that's why we charge more. So we don't want them to ever talk to the unqualified leads. So it's either qualified leads or no leads. And if the leads is not yet qualified and want to talk to the human, we get the conversation. Again, it depends on the client. So you need to talk to them. And that's why, since you are covering some part manually, you can charge a little bit more. Now, so the third one is no one-time payment and big retainer. What I found, I think this is more related to the marketing companies, the traditional SMMA, but that they do integrate some sort of AI agent and let's say a caller. Like you run the Facebook ads, you get the leads, and the AI calls the prospects, qualify them, and close them, maybe like depending on the use case. So like I would not say that the agency that offer this service is an AI automation agency. This is essentially a marketing agency that has in their tool set use AI agent. So usually these companies do not charge one time. So maybe some do, but again, I would not do that. I would not charge anything one time, and I would charge a big retainer. Essentially, you would charge like $1,500 to $3,000, maybe $5,000, depending on the company. And then for the one time, I said none, but you can charge like $100 to $500. It's not about the money usually, it's more about the commitment. So let's say you need to develop the system. So let's say you sign the contract, but you still like would love to get some commitment from the business. So maybe they will pay you $300. You can tell that this is the money that goes to the training of the AI system and for the fine tuning, but essentially, obviously, you can cover it yourself. It usually costs like $40 to $50, but it's more about the commitment from the business, so that they are committed, not just sign the contract, you build the thing, and they said, oh, something changed and we no longer want it. If you think that the contract will make a difference, it won't, right? So you will not sue this company. So this is a reality. And as I say, it's usually for the lead generation agencies, ads agencies, cold outreach, or the email marketing. I have, and I still do have a few clients that we run cold outreach for. So this is essentially the cold outreach that we use for our agency, and we build the whole infrastructure for them. We integrated multiple AI agents and automation to their business, and we are running it on the back end. So we charge them. I do want to record one video about this specific client, and they're pretty happy. And I was actually planning to record even an interview with this client so that you guys can see how I acquired this client, what they were looking for, and what problem I solved for them. I think you'll like it. So essentially, we charge them, I think, like $2.5K per month, and for the retainer, maybe we charge like $600 to set up everything. Anyways, yeah, so this is I would classify that this is a separate business model when you are essentially just a marketing agency with this tool set of AI automations and AI agents. Now, for the hourly consulting, just forget about it. If you watch this video, you probably will never sell it. I'll be honest, I didn't sell a lot. I think I sold 3 hourly consulting. We sold a lot of demos and prototypes, and you can think on the demo is that the businesses pay let's say $200, $300, $400 as a consulting. Essentially, you're building a prototype, you're showing them how AI can be applied in the business. If they like it, they continue. If they don't, they don't. So it's kind of like a consulting, but with some actual tangible things that they get after spending like a few $100s. For like why I said that you need to forget about it, because you need to have a brand. Obviously, if you are running the cold outreach, like again, from my experience, sending more than 300,000 emails on selling AI things, like you would probably never sell the consulting, because what you would say, hey, we are this business, we can consult you on how to integrate AI. No, like usually the consulting is the inbound traffic when the people in the business are looking for something, but they are not sure yet what. So they get a consultant that explain them on how AI can be integrated, what are the different business processes that can be automated, and then actually hire someone to develop it. Now, and for the big one-time and big retainer, again, probably I would consider big, anything above $5,000. As you can see here is 2 to 15. Like on average, if we get like last 10 clients that I have, I would say my average one-time payment is around $4,500. So yeah, but like I would still consider it big, but it's anything above $5,000, and you can charge to whatever $1,000 per month. Honestly, I am not a qualified expert to talk about this specific thing. I do also believe that in order to get this kind of clients, this is like only inbound traffic. To get the inbound traffic, you need to have a brand, you need to have their reputation, and usually these are referrals. So when someone refers someone to you, means that they already kind of have a trust, because a lot of business is working with you, so they know that you're not some random scam agency. Again, I like the biggest I think like was $15,000 that I said already right here. So we did charge $15,000, but we are still charging them $700 per month. Again, so it's not $2,000. So yeah, this is a very, very specific use case, and I don't really think that this is just an agent, just a chatbot, just a voice assistant, or just a simple automation that will automate their client onboarding process. This is something that would require quite a bit of integrations with their current systems, which would probably be something like more complex old school systems that would require some sort of code. But obviously, when a business will pay you that much, you can hire an additional developers to help you with this thing. But again, like don't plan for this. Don't plan for this. For the one-time plus big retainer, this is a really good one. Essentially, this is just an ordinary SMMA model, but with some help of AI agents and AI automations that you can talk about on the sales call. Obviously, these are not the benefits or the things that would convert more clients. So if you say, hey, I'm doing the Facebook ads, and by the way, we're also using AI agents, that's not something that would convert more prospects, since they just care about the results, obviously. But you should just like still mention it. You should explain how everything works, and it will help you a lot to, if you know how to do that, to close more clients, because you show better results and you have like better retainers, so you retain the customers for more time. Small one-time, medium retainer, or big one-time, small retainer. I would say do with a small one-time plus small retainer. This is the best thing to start. Like charge $5,000 to $2,000 for the solution, and then maybe you can lower it down to $300 to $600 per month. Okay, so these are just my thoughts on how you can start out with like selling the AI services. Now, what does the price depends on? So let's say here I give you the range, and here I also give you, so I give you the range all the time. So I do incline to believe that the price that you charge depends on two things: the value and the company pocket size. This is a controversial opinion, and I never heard that someone actually talk about it. Maybe it's not ethical. I'm not sure, or they like, I'm not sure. So I'll explain you what it means. Essentially, for the value, it's like the actual value that you provide to the business. And you can count this value by essentially you integrate the solution. So let's say you save an X amount of hours. I would not suggest you to reach out to the prospects and to the businesses and say, hey, we can come and save you 30 hours per day or whatever. Like, because this is usually a nonsense, since you do not know this business, you do not know how they operate. If you like, maybe if you focus on one specific niche, so let's say if you just work with professional services, but it's still like professional services, it really depends on the agencies. So like with solar, same thing, right? Like it depends on the size of the company on and how they like take care of their clients. So like it's very hard to estimate. So like, and usually business owners understand it, so they will understand that you're bullshitting and will not like take you seriously. So I would say that you need to have a sales call. You need to understand that their processes, obviously, like it's not the audit, you can call it whatever, like it's free, obviously. Then you are presenting your offer and you can say, okay, so based on our conversation, I understand that we can save you 20 hours per week by doing that, and you can like replace this fire one person. Usually businesses do not fire people because of that. They just put them to a different task, but you can like save them this one person's salary. And based on this information, let's say if they potentially can fire one people that they pay like $30,000 per month for, or if they are say a lot, like right now there are a lot of companies that are outsourcing their customer support, even the bigger companies, to third-party countries, and where they pay, let's say like $300-500 per month. So essentially, and they maybe not like like $300 to $500. These are not serious companies. I would say like $1,000 to $1,500 for like 2 agents that they pay to qualify and nurture the leads. So thus they pay yearly $12,000 to $15,000. So if you come and say, hey, you do not need to pay them anymore, we'll just develop the automated system that will do the same thing, but for like $2,000 to $3,000, not per month, just one-time payment, and we'll charge you $300 per month, something like that. And I think you can find a lot of success with this strategy. Or you say, let's say you integrate the solution, which is not possible to do by hand, and these are very specific solutions. I'm not gonna go deep into this topic, but let's say it's the lead qualification based on certain, like Apollo. Like Apollo is just a database, or like Zoom Info. So essentially, when the lead comes in, you can automatically qualify them and research this prospect, and like, which is not able to do by hand. It means that even if you hire an additional staff for like $1,000 per month, they will not be able to do that, since you need to have a lot of experience and you need to have like different connections to the softwares. So essentially you are introducing a new technical solution which would not be possible without like AI or some sort of an automation. And this is very hard to measure. You would need to like depend a lot on the business and what they like when you present it, and when you hop on the sales call and on the discovery call, you can kind of get a sense of how much they could pay for it. And that's why I provide you the ranges, so that you can get an idea on what are the prices that does make sense, so that you don't say that it will cost like $20,000 or something. Now, for the company pocket size, I do believe that you need to change the prices and charge the companies based on their size. So let's say if you develop the same exact solution. Again, for some reason, I never heard that someone actually talk about this on YouTube in the SMMA space. Let's say if you build the same exact thing for 2 companies. So one company has 10 employees and another one has 200 employees. So why would you charge the same amount? Like, they would get the same benefit, but essentially, you can charge, let's say the first company, you can charge like $1,500, and the second one, you can charge $5,000. The amount of money that they invest, it's not like, let's say for the company that has 10 employees, if you are actually developing something something unique like a lead nurturing system or a onboarding system, the value is like good, and obviously it's very hard to measure it in dollars, but I would say, let's say, yeah, sure, like they can pay $15,000 for it. The same system, you can charge like $5,000 on the big with working with a bigger company, and you can say, yeah, using it does make sense, since obviously the bigger company will have more employees to onboard or more leads to qualify. Yeah, sure, like this makes sense, but I'm even saying that even if the process on the back end is exactly the same, if they have like kind of exactly the same systems and you exactly the same volume of either leads or prospects, maybe let's say this is like the same exact number of prospects, but the order value for the second company is higher. That's why they make more, and that's why it's a bigger company. But when you introduce an automation, it doesn't really matter what type, like what is the client size, right? Either they're planning to spend like $1,000 with a company or $100,000 for a company. Yeah, like obviously I'm exaggerating, since $100,000 client, it's not the client that you would want to automate, but still, I'm saying that the information that you need to capture from this client and nurture him is exactly the same. But I would charge the second company more, since they can essentially afford bigger service, right? Even if it's the same. Okay, this is just my opinion. Guys, again, I have a lot of videos on YouTube, a lot of videos coming. And by the way, this is just one proof. Thanks for watching till the end. This is like the actual conversation that I had with one of the clients, and they sent us, this is I think 40% of the prepaid thing for the solution that we're gonna build for them. It's $3,000, whatever. So the whole solution is $7,000 to $8,000, whatever. Like, I'm just showing that first, I'm a real deal when I say that I am a real a real business, a real agency. I do mean it. I do not use Stripe because I was blocked a while ago. I was planning to use Lemon Squeezy or whatever, but they were acquired by Stripe, so I'm kind of sad. So right now we're just receiving the ACH transfers, but essentially, yeah. So as you can see, this is the solution that for like in this kind of range, and we would charge this client probably, I'm planning from $500 to like $900, depending on the final thing. So this is the prepayment. So we are charging the one time, obviously. Usually it's 30 to 40%. Then in the middle we charge another, whatever, like 30 to 40%. And then when we finish, they pay like the remaining amount, and then we are starting to charge the retainers. Okay, guys. So thanks for watching. I guess subscribe if you like this video, or don't subscribe. Peace.